what happens is whenever you connect it, you're going to be able to have all of your phone numbers available, or you can get more phone numbers, whatever you want to do there, right? So with the SIM card, what we recommend with the SIM cards, and Marcus could probably give us some more background, but we recommend you use a Metro PCS SIM card. Usually it's just easier to work with. You get a Metro PCS SIM card, you can connect it here. And the reason why this is so important, the reason why the SIM card integration to your SMS-iT account is such a big deal is because, to our knowledge, there's not anybody else doing this right now. And the reason why this is so powerful is because a lot of these other gateway and servers, like all of these people right here, they charge for usage, meaning like they charge per text or per minute. Whereas with, I mean, it's 2023, everybody here has a phone. You guys know how it is. You pay $35, $50 a month and you get unlimited calling, text, like as many calls, as many texts as you want. It's all unlimited. And so when you're able to connect a SIM card, let's say $35, $50 SIM card from Metro PCS, you now have unlimited calling and text capabilities at those flat rates. And so for my realtors that are in here, that is something I think that you will particularly benefit from if you have not already. Once you connect your gateway, whatever that gateway is, you can set up your phone number. So you just click this little blue button to the top right and you get it. You go ahead and just choose your gateway. So whichever one you want, you choose whatever country you're in, you pick that, then you choose do you want a local or a toll-free number? Most people are going to want to use local. And then you choose your area code. For example, I am in Jacksonville, Florida. So 904 is my area code. And as soon as I click search, it's going to take a minute, but then it'll pop up a selection of different phone numbers I can choose from. And all I got to do is click get this number. Something cool about some of these that you can choose, which is interesting because I'm using Go High Level, for example, because I'm just a long time Go High Level user. Go High Level, you can only use Twilio. Something cool about this is if you are a Twilio user and you don't want to switch and you want to keep all of your same stuff, whatever reason, it doesn't matter. But one thing you could do is you can choose your area code, but you can also say, you know how like there's like 1-800 call now. Like you can, they like 1-800, I don't know, 555-6 now. You can, whatever that word is that you want to have in your phone number, you could type it in just like this, hit search. And now every single phone number is going to have something along the lines of now that comes up. You can put that word in here if you're using some. Twilio is just an example, right? But other gateways might have that feature as well. Bandwidth doesn't, but Twilio does. So that's just a nifty feature I saw whenever I was setting my SMS-iT account up, and I thought that was super cool. So that is how you get your phone numbers. That is all about the unlimited gateways. Once you have one or more gateways up and you get your phone numbers, you'll be able to see all of your phone numbers right here to the left. It'll actually show you what gateway they're set up with. So like these two are bandwidth, these two are SIM cards, and you can go left, right. If you have multiples like this, it shows in 4s. So like you can see, we actually have 3 SIM card numbers hooked up to this. Then we have 2 bandwidths hooked up to this. So that is how that's set up. If y'all have any questions about that, I think Marcus is in the chat dropping it. I don't, Moby1 asked, is Metro PCS available in Canada? I'm actually not sure. So if Marcus or anybody else from my team is on this call and wants to look that up, that would be great. And then let us know. But yeah, it's super nifty. So that is all about this section right here. And that is how we are able to offer unlimited calling and texting at flat rates. Again, we offer the ability to connect with any gateway or SMPP, and not any gateway, but a lot of gateways and more to come. Decentralized, you get to choose. We're not going to pigeonhole you and make you use whatever one we want to use. So you get the power of choice here. Okay. If you have any questions, again, keep dropping them. We're going to keep going. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be your voice stuff. So let's go ahead and hop back over here. So we talked about your decentralized gateways. Now let's talk about some of the features. And actually, before I get to voice, I want to talk about contacts, because before you can do any voice or texting, you need to deal with your contacts, right? You need to have contacts in here. So here is your contacts section. You're going to be able to add contacts or do whatever you want. You can upload contacts, you can export contacts, you can do this however you need to if you need to do it in bulk. You can add an individual contact or you can upload multiples, right? You can also set it up to where you can group contacts. You're going to notice some of these contacts have a group assigned. So like these contacts are Facebook groups, or they are grouped in Facebook. It's similar to a tag. Like I'm wanting to tag this so that way I can identify this group of people. And one of the cool things you can do here, which we'll be talking about, is some of the settings that you can change or make on here. One of the voice things we can do, we're going to talk about how you can text and call people from contacts, and then I'll move into some more of the intricate voice features. So we've got Henry right here. Let's say I wanted to send Henry a text. I simply click on this button right here and it'll load, and I can send him an SMS, MMS, or RCS, and just choose what I want to send. And I pick, if I have a template, I can choose from a template. I type out my message. Something cool here is we now have the emoji capabilities. This is a new feature that's live today. You can choose whatever emoji you want. Say I want to do a dog right here. And then I can click send. And that's all there is to it. I'm not going to send it because there's no point in it, but that's how it works. So that is ready to go. Same contact. Let's say I want to send Henry an email. I click this little mail button, and then you can type out all of your email and set it up here. So you can choose from a template. If you have a template, you pick your subject line and then you type out your email however you'd like and simply click send. Then we've got our voice. So if I want to send him some sort of message, you can choose a template, text to voice, right? So I could type out my message. If there's a message I want, I could type it out and then hit submit and it would go to voice, or I could upload an MP3 or an MP4 audio and that would send, or you can use text to voice one-time password. So there's a lot of really cool things here that you can set it up. One thing to note is if you have multiple phone numbers, you can go ahead and choose. You'll be able to choose whatever phone number you need to send it from here. So that's super nifty. And that is just some of the mini features. If you want to group your contacts, if I'm looking at it like this and I want to get my contacts all grouped together, I would simply select all the contacts I want to do. You can add a tag, remove a tag. You can assign them to a specific group. There's other things here that you can do. You can unsubscribe them, right? Which we should all be following those laws. You can delete them. Yeah, there's just a lot of really cool stuff you can do here. So we got that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the voice stuff that you can do, and then we'll segue into text. So the voice section, as Marcus was saying, is not fully built out yet. This stuff is in progress. It should be done in the according to Marcus, in the next 30 to 60 days. So we've got multiple voice features that I want to talk about. Let me go over to this one. Again, it's not built out in our live account, so that's why it did that. So this is what it's going to look like when you go to your voice section. When you click on voice, it'll take you to what looks like this. There's 4 different things that you're going to be able to do. There's voice broadcast, there's receptionist IVR, smart dialer, and extensions. You're going to be able to see all of this kind of in a really nice dashboard that's super easy to read and understand. And as we build it out, it's probably going to look even more robust as we continue to build this out and get this rolling. So let's start with the first feature that you're going to have access to, which is going to be broadcast. Again, please don't get married to the way that this looks. We are building this out still 30 to 60 days. It could change a little bit, but the overall concept and how it's going to work is going to be very similar. But basically with this broadcast feature, you're going to be able to pick multiple groups of people, right? Let's say I use this analogy before. For example, I run a marketing agency, and let's say I service dentists and I service chiropractors. Let's just say that's the situation I'm in. The messages that I send, maybe I have a bulk message I want to get out to my dentists about XYZ, something that came up, and then I have a bulk message I want to get out to my chiropractors about XYZ. So in that example, what I would do is I would just select whatever group. So let's say this was the group for that. I would choose my message. Maybe it would be like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that my coaching call for XYZ is canceled. Maybe it's a coaching call that I do for just dentists or something like that. I could do text to voice. I could do an MP3 upload, whatever I need to do. I could save it and then I could send it. And you can choose that so that way you can bulk broadcast. You can send bulk voice messages to people. That is how that can be powerful for a realtor. I know we've got a few realtors in here. This is something that would be super powerful. Just like Marcus was saying, that voicemail drop functionality will be a part of this as everything continues to roll out, and that would be huge for you. The next thing I want to talk about, and actually I'm going to show, I've got some really cool graphics to kind of show the rest, because I don't really want to show you guys everything in here, because again, it is going to change. So I'll just kind of show you some of these slides that I made to help. The next thing we're going to have available in the voice section is going to be receptionist IVR, which is a feature that's usually used for and with Fortune 500 companies. If y'all didn't know this, Henry actually built this to be used by Fortune 500 companies. Some of the biggest companies in the world are more than likely going to be able to have access to the SMS-iT platform, and we're anticipating they're going to be using them. So when when Henry built this, his vision was to build it as if a big company could use it, but also build it in a way that smaller companies could leverage these tools that Fortune 500 companies use and leverage constantly, right? And so this is a tool that you can use if you choose. This might be helpful, especially for staffing agencies. So like the virtual assistant staffing agency that's here. Something like this could be helpful. But basically, you're going to have your primary business number, and you can set up IVR to route to different departments. So that way you don't have to worry about having a receptionist. It's a virtual receptionist. It'll route it. Just like if you call somebody who's like type 1 for sales, type 2 for support, whatever that is. Similarly to that, you can set up extensions off of your phone number. So that way, if you have key team members or account managers, you can set them up with extensions. So that way a client can call the primary business number, type the extension, and then talk to their direct person or their direct contact. So that's something also very, very cool. Now, this other thing I want to show you, I'll actually pull up the account for. We have a smart dialer. I'm going to give you the easy breakdown, but I'll show you something here in a minute. But let me actually pull that up right now. This smart dialer, I have this image that shows this. Just know that with the smart dialer for the base program that we have, it acts the same way. The only difference is it just calls one person at a time. We do have a multi-line power dialer that calls multiple people at a time, and I'll talk about that later. But the way the smart dialer works is basically it pulls up a group of contacts, just like we were doing before. You know how we can group it? You can select a group of contacts and you say, hey, I want you, like you can press the go button in SMS, it will start contacting. The system will start calling those people. And what it does is it rings, and if they answer, it'll route it to an agent. If they don't answer, if maybe it's a voicemail, they'll drop a message, or if it's busy, it'll hang up. And with this feature, it's a power dialer. It goes one at a time, just like that. So you can call your groups of people. There's some really cool features that come along with this if you're in one of the higher tiered plans, but I will show you guys that. But just know this is at its base what you have right now, if you are one of our existing clients. Okay. So that covers voice. Let me pull this up. Does anybody have any questions about that? I see that it looks like we were talking about Metro PCS still, had some issues that looked like they were resolved. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to text. You guys are a lively bunch today. Let me go ahead and pull up text, because I'll pull up the live account, because a lot of this is already active in our live account. So go to your text feature right here. All right. So if you want to text somebody, it's super, super easy. The first thing I want to talk about is this dashboard, which is functional right now. So you can see how many pending messages, how many queued messages, how many sent, delivered, and failed. So you have a dashboard to kind of keep track of how things are going. One of the things you're able to do here is you're able to select your phone number. This account, like we were showing, we have multiple phone numbers. So first thing you want to do is just select whatever phone number you want and go from there. Then you can choose your group. Is it sending to a group? Is it sending to contacts, or is it manual? You can bulk text with this. That is something you can do, but you just have to select the group. Or is it multiple contacts, like individually, just random, or is it a manual? Is it a manual text that you're sending to somebody? So with groups, you just select your group. You select whatever else information you need to select if you want to put all of that in here. And then you can choose a template, whatever you need to do. You can type in your message. You can set up an emoji if you want. There you go. And then you can send it. Now, This is just, it defaults for regular SMS, but you can choose MMS, OTP, or RCS if you'd like as well. So yeah, it's super, super easy. We also have syntax. So with this, the way it works is it kind of shuffles the words for you. So that way you can always kind of have something different if you want. This is incredibly important if you are doing bulk texts, just because of compliance laws and stuff like that. So that is what I got going on there. I think that covers most of the tech stuff. Let me see if there was any other updates in this section. Let me check that out. Marcus and Henry, if there's anything y'all want me to specifically talk about, make sure that you let me know.
The pipelines and the analytics part. Henry said he updated the HTML file. The master one. This is the live version. The other one.
It's currently updating right now. Just you're gonna give it about 5 more minutes, but you can go right there. You can show them the AI prompts.
Oh, okay.
Back to the main one. So you got the AI prompts, and what we also did was at the top. If you scroll up to the top right now, if you click on, let's say, pending, queued, send, delivered, or failed, that takes you directly to that page. You can try that. You can click on that, and that brings you to the failed section at once.
Oh, that's cool. That way you can get those people off your list if you need to.
Exactly, and that way you know exactly what you're doing, right? So you can also do failed or successful. You can do everything right there now, and yeah. So we did that. You got the AI prompt right there that you can use also.
An important note about the AI prompt stuff, and guys, I'm going to dig more into the AI after. For our base plans, if you are one of our lifetime clients, you automatically get access to a lot of these features that I'm showing you. AI is not necessarily included though. So I'm going to talk about the things that you can't if you want AI. I'm going to talk about the capabilities that AI has in SMS-iT here in a little bit, and I'll show you if you want to get access to that, what that looks like.
And also at the top, if you go to the top right now, you got a lot of options right there. So these options allows you to create a group, choose your numbers, set up your SMTP servers. Okay, you can literally, you can see what you can do right there. You can do a lot of amazing things. And then you got the messages calendar too. So whatever you're saying, you're gonna be able to see them right here. And you can drag and move messages around. You can drag that to move somewhere else. See that?
That's cool. That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, Henry, this one's scheduled to go out at 12:23 p.m. I could just say, still, I want
That's
to
already that's already sent. What you want to do is you want to click on the yellow ones that say processing. Then you can do that. Then you can say, you know what, I want it to go on the 11th now.
There we go.
And it goes
Very
on the
cool.
11th.
Very cool. That's a really cool feature. So that's exciting. There's a lot of cool stuff coming out with text. Let me pull up my questions. If there's any other questions that come up, if y'all have it, let us know. But Henry's really like, this is something really cool. So you can kind of see visually what especially if you're somebody that relies on a lot of SMS marketing like myself, being able to see my SMS calendar, essentially being able to see when my next text campaign is going to roll out and visually see that on a calendar is very powerful.
So I signed up for SMS-iT on July 30th and sent an email. After a few days, they emailed it back that my account was upgraded. But when I am in my account and click on most items, it tells me I need to upgrade to use this feature. On other features, it just goes to 404 page. I realize things are being added as they are made live, so this is an error in the system, or is it happening to others as well? I'm trying to figure out what features are live and which are not, so I can familiarize myself with the system.
And we can answer that later at the end of the call, okay? At the end of everything.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just so we know, the things that we've gone over so far, the things that are live, is most of the stuff in text is live.
Everything in the text is live. Everything.
Perfect. Contacts is live. That's what we've already gone over. The voice is not live. So we just talked a lot about the voice stuff. That's not live yet. But the other two things that we have discussed are. So, and the SIM card that we talked about, SIM card is live, right? So next up, guys, let's talk about the smart inbox. This is also live. So Let's go ahead and actually, let me pull this up in the live account instead of the test account. So we got a smart inbox, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's smart. Basically, what it does is it takes a contact and it allows you to have a singular inbox for just one contact, even if you're talking to them on multiple platforms. So, for example, if I'm talking to Marcus on WhatsApp and text and Facebook and Instagram or whatever I'm doing, instead of having to check all of the different inboxes separately, I'm able to pull them all into one singular view and see the entire conversation in a seamless thread, just like this. That's exactly how it works, despite whatever platform we're on. Okay, so like you'll see right here, this looks like a text. This is WhatsApp. So it's really, really cool. The reason why this is so helpful is because a lot of us have conversations with people across multiple platforms, and being able to centralize it in one place will significantly reduce workload and or confusion around whatever conversations. You might be having multiple different types of conversations with them in different inboxes. Having it in one centralized location is incredibly powerful. Now, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. So let's say I wanted to do voice to text. I just can do a speaker, and that's all there is to it. I can type out my message right here. I can add my emojis, just like we have before. Emojis are everywhere. Henry got it set up everywhere in the system now. So emojis are super easy. You can set up custom values if you want. You can click this and you'll be able to grab whatever custom value if you wanted to talk to them about something specific to their account or their contact. You can add attachments by clicking on the paperclip, which I just clicked on it. So now it's going to pull up my files. So you can do that. You can add images here. You can set up an email. If you want to send them an email within here, you just set it up just like this. Let me go ahead and exit that, cancel. You can do a fax, you can do SMS, and then you can also talk to them across all of these different channels. If you have them connected, let me go ahead and close that. If you have them connected on all of these different channels, you just pick what channel you want to send the message to, pick it, and then you type it, and then you send it. That's all there is to it. So it's super, super easy. To connect more channels, all you got to do is you go to inbox, add inbox, and then you choose here which one you want. I believe what we have open and ready right now is Facebook and then WhatsApp. What other ones do we have officially live, Marcus and Henry?
We have a lot coming up this new week. We're gonna have LinkedIn and Instagram that's gonna be ready. And then our goal is to have eight per month. All right. So we should have 8 new ones before the end of the month for folks to use. And we also gonna have threads also. And then you probably want to tell them that the AI is working right here. So if you don't want to respond to messages yourself, okay, you can have the artificial intelligence respond to messages for you. And Board would be integrated this week. I believe by tomorrow, next tomorrow, you're going to be able to use Board.
Awesome. Yeah. So Henry, guys, what Henry's talking about is the AI. A lot of like this smart inbox, what I just showed you in and of itself, if you have SMS-iT, if you have an account, this is included, right? But if you have one of our higher tiered accounts, you can actually access the artificial intelligence. I'll go ahead and show it to you now, and we can talk about it later if you want to get this for your account. But this is going to be incredibly powerful. Right now, he already has ChatGPT integrated. He's working on getting Bard as well. But with this, you can basically, if you want, you can turn this on. Let's say this will be incredibly helpful for like setters or any other, like maybe, for example, in my team, we handle a lot of client interactions, right? We have a lot of client support that's coming in where we need to support our clients. What I can do is I can turn on my ChatGPT and my AI with this, and I can make it to where this now responds to 100% of the messages coming in. I can choose the tonality this is basically the personality archetype. There's over 100 different ones. I can choose whatever one I want. Let's say this is for client support or like some sort of inbox where people are complaining like they need help or something. Maybe something I would probably do a more caring personality type. You can choose your max token count right here. How many tokens do you want to do max? And then you go ahead and just hit save. And what that will do is it'll make it to where now any messages that come in will automatically be responded by the AI and whatever personality archetype that you chose. With your messages, whenever you're typing out a message, let's say I want to send a text, I click text, I choose whatever number I want to send, and then I can turn on the AI prompt here, and I could, maybe it's something specific I want to send them. Maybe I want it to have an open-minded personality type. I could change it. Let's actually change it to nurturing. My computer is broken. How to fix it? Whatever it is. I could say something like that and then hit generate, whatever your question is. Look at this. I'm sorry to hear that your computer is broken. Let's see if we can figure out what the problem is and how to fix it. First, let's try restarting your computer and see what helps. If not, we can look into other possible solutions. I'm here to help you every step of the way, so don't hesitate to reach out if you need any assistance. Guys, this right here is the level that I would expect my support team to have. This is incredibly helpful. This is the kind of stuff that eliminates unnecessary workload. This is the kind of stuff that's going to save you money in your business, because you can either eliminate staff maybe that you don't need anymore, or you can go ahead and reallocate their time and their bandwidth towards other projects that maybe just require that human touch, right? So that's really cool. That's how that works. Next up, you can do the same thing with email. So you just choose your AI prompt, you choose whatever you need and whatever the response is about, enter some text just like you would with your chat GPT, hit generate, and it'll go in here. So this is really, really impressive. So, and it's built all into this. It's a one-stop shop. You're able to simply click it and go.
And the reason why when you went to Henry US and you saw open-minded is because if you click on Henry US right now and you click on one of the black button at the top where you got 60, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 6 buttons at the top at the right of the page.
I'm up at the top. Okay.
So you want to click the other one now? You want to click the second one? No, second one. So you're going to see, if you click on that, you're going to see that. You're going to scroll down. You see the persona. The persona says open-minded. Now that's the reason why whenever you go to that Henry US, you see open-minded. So what does that mean? Well, that means you could set up personas for every contact you have. So when the AI want to talk to a contact you have, it goes, it uses the persona that you already set up for that individual every time, and that personalizes this to the next level. And also, right here at the right, also within the chat window, bring your mouse down a little bit, the little calendar that you see at the right of the page. So click on that. Now you can set up tags now, and you can set up DND. So if you click on configure the do not disturb, and let's say you say, okay, DND all channels, and you save, you wouldn't be able to talk to that contact no more. So you can scroll down at the bottom and click save. And when you do that, when you save now, when you do that, you wouldn't be able to send a message. You can try. You can send a message. You can do nothing no more.
Yeah. So what, just to further clarify, it says, please select communication channel. Okay. So let me go ahead and select.
You cannot try.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to. Emails, everything is disabled now. And that's super important. That makes sure that you do not break no laws. And you can add tags also, right? You can do a lot of beautiful things.
So just to make sure y'all understood too what Henry was saying, like you can choose on an individual contact level what your personality archetype could be. If you have AI turned on, you could say, all right, I know Henry, I've talked to him a lot. He really responds well to a more open-minded approach. So you can customize that from there. For the inbox as a whole, you can choose whatever personality type you want. But when Henry messages in, the system knows to respond to Henry with the open-minded archetype, the personality. So that's really cool. And maybe you could add something right here. So for example, maybe you're having a conversation with them and they confirm that they're going to be going to an event with you or whatever. You could add whatever tag you need to know that they're going to be in there. So that's really cool. Thanks, Henry, for sharing that. That's really cool. Is there any other cool features you want to share with us here?
Right here at the small inbox. Well, now you can add your templates. So at the template section, you can click on templates. You can add your templates now. You can check out templates you have, and you can also create new templates right here. So you don't need to go to the template section no more. You can just stay right here and create your templates. And where you got the templates option, when you click on that, that gives you a snapshot of all templates that you have at the template section. All right. You can click templates. Yep, you can click on that, and you see all the templates you already have. So you don't need to go to the template section no more, and all the beautiful things there. A lot of amazing things are coming. And you also can add notes. Okay, so example where you got the Henry US. Back to the top at the right of the page, you can click on notes. No, you want to click on the first one. You want to click on the first one.
Guys, you're gonna have to be patient with me.
You want to click on you want to click on that to add the notes. So you can add notes. See, you can add notes, you can edit notes. You can try that. You can just add something and click save and see. And now it's added. You can click on that note stand now to see what you just saved. And that's it right there.
Very cool. That's awesome. So what's cool about this is it's all in one place, so that way you and your team don't have to go around and click to 12 different places to do these actions. You're able to do it all in one interface, saving you a lot of time going back and forth. That's awesome, Henry.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool stuff here. Smart Inbox is one of the tools with SMS that I am most excited for with my company, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree. I really focus on relationship-based, like just really building deep relationships with my clients. And I do that through a lot of messaging, personalized messaging. So and across multiple platforms. So having it all in one place and having the ability to turn that AI on if I so choose is incredibly helpful. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I want to make sure, let's go over the other items, make sure we're covering it. All right. We're going to go over some of the smart tools next. So smart tools, I'm going to go to our test account. So things might look a little different, but so that way you can see it. I just clicked this little computer at the very top, and this is going to take you to your smart tools section. Now, most of these smart tools are available to all of our users. For example, the autoresponders, they do exactly what you think they said. They auto respond based off of whatever actions you choose. You've got your blogger, you've got mobile coupons, polls, short links, contests, kiosk builder, mobile page builder, Q&A bots. You're also going to have the funnels and sites, which I'm going to show you in a minute. You have some special events wishes. So for like birthdays or holidays, fundraising kiosk, loyalty programs, character checker, QR codes, and social planner, which I'm also going to show you. So first things first, I'm going to show you the funnels and sites. This is the one I am most excited about as a marketer, as somebody who does a lot of funnels. This is something incredibly important for me in my business. So the first thing I want to show you is when you click into it, and whenever you click into almost all of your other smart tools, it actually takes you to an analytics dashboard for almost all of your smart tools. So you can see a dashboard talking about the specific tool that you're using. So that's really cool. And with this analytics dashboard, as it pertains to like funnels and sites, you're able to see all of this really quick and important data. How many clicks have I got on my funnels? How many clicks have I got on my website or my blogs? What are the trends here that I'm seeing? What are like, how are my forms done? Did I get any forms done, or what surveys or whatever? What am I looking like across the different platforms overall? So this is going to be an incredible helpful tool for me in my business, since I do a lot of funnels and sites. So for your funnels and sites, and this is why another reason I like it, if anybody here is familiar with funnels, or if you use WordPress or anything like that, you know that it can get very complicated, especially if you have to know code. What I like about these funnels is they're not code based. You can add your like custom code, but it's more like drag and drop. So think of like Wix or all these others, only better, of course, but like you can drag and drop what you need. It's not a complicated setup. Anybody can do this. Anybody could make a funnel with this. It's the same thing with the website. You're going to be able to create websites here. You just click new website. You're going to be able to create whatever website you need. Again, drag and drop. You're going to have your blog section, so you can build blogs, aesthetically pleasing blogs that people want to hear about. You can, of course, use your AI here. Now, one of the cool things about the AI that's going to be integrated in here into this smart tool, if you choose to use it, is the AI will actually be able to help you build your funnels and your websites. So that's something I'm really excited about. I spend a lot of time building funnels and websites. It's just an important thing that I have to do for my business. But when I'm able to tap into the AI, I anticipate I'm going to be saving a lot of time here. You're also going to be able to do memberships. Memberships are pretty cool. So let's say you are like a course creator or something like that, or you have any sort of membership that they want. You can have products in here, whether like maybe it's a course product. You can put that in here. You can have your offers. You can have analytics around that. All of that in here. So if you like think of like making a course in like, I don't know, like Kajabi or something like that. A lot of people use Kajabi, but you can use this instead and put your courses in here and actually sell them through the system. All of your funnels can be linked to forms or surveys, so you can collect data or have them fill out questionnaires to help understand more about them. You can set up a chat widget and URL redirects. So this is basically, if you do any type of marketing for your business, whether organic or paid, and you are not already using funnels or sites or memberships or anything like that, this is going to be something that's incredibly valuable for you. I believe this is coming out towards the end of September. Is that right, Marcus or Henry?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. End of September. Once this comes out, I'll actually personally be doing some master classes on this, showing everybody how it works and how to use it. Because again, I'm very, very excited about this release. This is incredibly powerful for everybody here to know. If you're trying to grow your business, this is an incredible tool to use. The next thing I want to show you, which is also my second favorite smart tool that I want to specifically tell you about, is the social media planner that's built in. I talk about this before. If y'all have heard me on these calls, this was not something that Henry had built. I got on a call with him and I was like, Henry, can you please build this? And he was like, okay, fine. So he built it because I asked him to, and I'm very, very excited because it's going to help you guys do this. And Henry built it even better than I expected it to be. So just like everything before, you're going to have your analytics dashboard, and it's going to show you data that pertains to what you're doing, fans and followers, profile views, impressions. All of this stuff is going to be the stuff that's important for you to know regarding your social media. You're going to be able to see a calendar of all of your scheduled social media, so you can schedule it here. You're going to be able to create your social media or your posts and stuff like that. You choose whatever social media platform you're wanting to use. You put your content in and it goes. You're going to just be able to connect all of the channels that you need to connect. You can connect whatever social media that you need. You can connect your library, or you can have a content library, all of this. One of the cool things that Henry is going to be working on doing also is having AI brought in to help with this. If anybody does any sort of organic marketing and, like posting on your social media and doing all of that, it can be a lot of work. And so trying to build something that has AI to help you alleviate some of that is going to be very, very important for a lot of people who focus on brand building and brand recognition, or just general organic traffic. This is going to be very, very helpful. So let me go ahead and just check the chat, make sure I haven't missed out on anything. Very cool. All right. So that is what I got here. Let me go ahead and pull this back up, see what else I wanted to talk about for the features. we talk about integrations. As you guys saw it as I was going through this, like the integration ability with SMS-iT is insane. Hundreds. Like there's so much potential. And what I want to talk about regarding the integrations is there's a wrong way to make these integrations for software, and there's a right way. I don't want to say wrong way. There's a lazy way, and then there's the right way. Is probably the best way to describe it. A lot of other software companies, they'll take the shortcut to setting up these integrations because it takes less time, which means they don't have to pay their developers as much, which means it's less money for them to develop these integrations. Henry chose not to take it the easy way because Henry, as we all know, is a full stack engineer himself, right? So or senior full stack engineer, whatever it is. I don't know the fancy jargon, but Henry is basically a genius. And instead of doing it the easy way, which is what a lot of companies will do, because a lot of times the people that want the things, the people that say like, I want this integration, they don't know how to do it themselves. And they're like, all right, well, just find somebody who can do it for as cheap as possible. What that means and what that ends up meaning for their users is those integrations tend to break a lot. So Henry is building them in a way with him and his team that is going to be way less fragile than other providers, other softwares, or other CRM solutions. So just keep that in mind. When we say integrations, a lot of other companies can say, I have 100 plus integrations, but they probably have 100 plus integrations, half of which are constantly breaking, whereas SMS-iT will not have that problem. Simply because the infrastructure that it's being built on is way stronger. The foundation will not crack the way that other companies struggle with. So that's just something I want to talk about. We also have pipelines coming down soon. This is in progress, so I don't have anything to show you yet on this because it's going to change a little bit, but pipelines for your sales team, so that way you can streamline your sales team. You can move your deals down the pipeline and make sure that you're not leaving any money on the table. You're going to be able to use appointment setting systems so you can schedule appointments in SMS-iT in the actual system. It's one easy to use system that you and your team can use to schedule appointments that ultimately transition into sales appointments. And then, of course, we have all of the other tools that I was talking about within your smart tools dashboard. So those are all the tools that we got for this. We do have some other tools that I want to talk about, but I want to make sure we answer all of your questions first around this. If y'all have any questions, please make sure you drop them. I'm going to start digging into some of the other tools that you can have access to if you would like. So just keep on coming along with me on that.
Can I
go ahead.
Can I share something for like 2 minutes quickly?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay, 1 second. I just want to share this. Just bear with me, guys. Let me see, make sure I have my screen on. Okay, I just want to show this. It's going to take about a minute. All right. Okay. So what I want to show right here is our appointment section. Okay, so we got the appointments here, right, where you can do a lot of beautiful things. You can create appointments. Okay, with recurring reminders and all. You also got your appointment calendar here. You got settings here where you can create appointments using SMS keywords, cancellations, confirmations, rescheduling, and available settings here, right? And you're gonna be able to edit your appointment page, okay? Right, and then you got your recurring reminder right here. You got that right here. It's beautiful. Okay, you can also set this up also. So we really believe this recurring reminder is super important, and of course you can easily send out messages to folks and do all the beautiful things. But what's super important is we added an analytics section to this appointment section to make it more smarter. And what do we mean? Well, if you click right here, you're going to be able to see your total appointments, your new, booked, confirmed, showed, folks that showed up, folks that didn't show, canceled. You get average duration, appointments per user, user activity patterns, the churn rate, reactivation rate, users on waiting lists. You got conversion and conversion rates. The graph is going to show up here. You got your booking channels. You got location metrics. You got appointments that you send out using social media. You got your average user ratings, sentimental analysis, recurring appointments, time slot metrics, conversion of waiting list users to appointments, even new versus returning user appointment metrics. So this takes your appointment settings down to another level. All right. And this data right here is powered by AI. Okay. Now, and of course, you got your appointment calendar right here. So all of a sudden, your appointment is so amazing because you can put your appointments here, right? You get analytics here, and also you got your calendar just right here too. Now, for the pipelines, okay? Outside of the fact that you can create your pipelines, you can do whatever you want to do. You know how pipelines work, right? You can build your pipelines, make your pipelines amazing. Okay, set them up as you want. All right, from opportunities to booking the appointments to whatever task. But now your pipelines also has analytics too, right? So now you're going to see total deals that are open, new, won, abandoned, lost, canceled. You got deal conversion rates, total deal value, average deal value, total revenue generated. A lot of beautiful things. Look at that. It keeps going on and on. Metrics also just keeps going on and on. So now you have perfect intelligence into your appointments, and you also got perfect intelligence into your pipelines. And I wanted to just share this, okay? Our target is to have your appointments ready by the end of this month, okay? And the pipelines probably, let's say, maximum by the middle of next month, you should have that, all right? So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I will pass it back to Hannah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So guys, there's a lot of really cool stuff coming. Henry was just sharing you like the amount of work that he and the developing team are putting in is really insane. And all of our clients already have access. All of those features that we've talked about, those are features that you will have. And like we were talking about before, some of them aren't fully ready yet, which is okay. We've got plenty of other ones that are ready for you guys to be using. So just keep on going through it. You'll notice if for whatever reason something is not available, it'll have that 404 error. So as soon as it's done, as soon as we're done editing those, we'll be doing official announcements, okay? So I was also talking about some of the other things that you can have. We talked a little bit about the AI, and basically AI is something that is going to be available in our business plan. If you are one of our AppSumo peeps, one of our lifetime deal clients, you more than likely you have the starter plan, which includes everything that we have. But we have a business plan which has some of those bonuses that we were talking about, including the ability to access and activate your artificial intelligence. So the artificial intelligence is going to be built into nearly every aspect of the CRM, including your smart tools, your smart inbox. I was showing you guys already, we have the 100+ AI archetypes. We've got the smart analytics. We've got the ability for it to handle 100% of your message management. So it's a lot, okay? We also have your smart line power dial, multi-line power dialer, excuse me. Now, I showed you this earlier, but in context to our business plan, it's a little bit more robust. So let me talk about it. Just like before, you can call the group, but instead of calling just one person at a time, it has the ability to call as many people at a time as you want, all right? Which is really ideal if you have a team of setters. If you have a team of setters, usually like sales teams will have like kind of like a outbound sales team. And those setters will usually be responsible for making 100 dials a day. And the time to actually dial, pick up the phone, dial the person, and then wait for it to ring, leave a voicemail, hang up, leave notes, all of that. It takes a lot of time. So what we have the ability to do now is just have a multi-line power dialer that automatically does it all for you, starts calling, and what happens is the system will start calling. And as soon as somebody answers, it'll route them to whoever is on duty to respond. But if they don't answer, it just keeps going. If it's a voicemail, it leaves a message. If it's busy, it just hangs up. And it just keeps going through that cycle over and over and over again, saving your team time. So basically for some companies that may have needed to have 3 or 4 setters to do 300 or 400 calls a day. Now you might only need 1 to 2 setters to do the same amount of calls, to do the same amount of number of outreach per day, because the system is doing all of that heavy lifting for them. So that way they can just focus their time and effort actually talking on the phone with ideal prospects, right? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty nifty. Let me go back over to home. I'm going to actually show you some of the features of it. This is going to be a big deal for anybody that does any sort of outbound sales. This is going to be incredibly important for your business. One of the cool things about this versus other companies that I'll touch on before I show you, a lot of companies, not a lot of companies, but there's a few companies that have started offering multi-line power dialers. Theirs, of course, is not as robust as ours, the functionality, which I'll show you here in a moment. But one of the things you'll notice when you start trying to search, if you wanted to take a look at other companies, is that they are charging per extra line. So like, all right, you can have a multi-line power dialer. 5 lines is X amount of dollars. 10 lines is X amount of dollars. Or they cap at a certain number. They don't let you use more than that. Whereas this literally allows you to do as many as you want. It's infinite at no extra charge. That's one of the cool things about Henry and how he's built SMS-iT. A lot of other companies, you'll notice they'll have features, but there will be like a little asterisk, and it's like, okay, you can use this, but only if you pay, even though you're like on the right plan to even have access to it. If you want to access more of that, you have to pay extra per usage, which is really insane, but that's just how businesses make a lot of money. Henry, as we've discussed earlier, Henry's not really trying to go that status quo approach, which is why he decentralized his system. So that way it more serves the client base. But this is just one of the many things that a lot of other companies will try to nickel and dime you for that Henry doesn't. So multi-line power dialer has infinite capabilities if you'd like. Let me show you how that's going to work. So you go to your voice right here, and you go to your smart dialer, and you're able to play with all the settings. So like you have your group, you can choose whatever group you want. Let's say I want to call group 3. The first thing that you're going to see right here is this, when you click on this little button, first thing you can do is you can select, is this a live operator or not? Like when you turn this on, when you're saying, all right, let's do this, is it a live operator or not? Meaning when somebody is calling, right? When the system is calling and somebody answers, is it going to go to a live operator or not? Right? So chances are it will be, because we're doing this. You can select who you want. You can select one, or you can select multiple, and then you go back over here. So then you can edit a lot of this other stuff. You can change this up to all of the settings are fully customizable. You can have a hold if there's a hold. You can set that up to hold or decline or forward to the AI, which I'll show you in a minute. You can set up background music if you want. But what you can also do is you can have an AI live operator, meaning when it picks up, it can pick up and it talks to the AI. You can choose the type of voice. Is it a man's voice, a woman's voice, a boy, or a girl? You can choose the message. So you can type whatever message you want that voice to say, or you can have a pre-recorded message. And it can route all of that. So you can route call to agents. You can send a message to agents, or you could save. So you can choose. So whenever somebody answers, do you want to route the call automatically to the agent? Or do you want it to send a message to the agent saying, hey, we've got a live call? Whatever it is, click save, and that's all there is to it, okay? We've got some settings in here you can play around with. So you got some AI operator advanced settings. So you can say that. You could say what days you want it to operate. Maybe you have setters that only work certain days and setters that work other days. So you can choose whatever days you want and set that up. You can choose how many rings you want it to have. You can choose the time, like let's say I want the AI, whenever somebody calls in or answers, if it's at between this time and this time, it routes automatically to the AI. You can choose that. You're able to just really get really deep and advanced with how you want this to be set up, okay? Then you can set all of this up. You can choose the groups. You can choose the from number, right? Because again, you can call from, you have all the different numbers. You just choose whatever number you want it to call from. You're going to be able to set this up. As you can see, we've got some other ones in the works. You can set up your multi-line. You can choose how many lines you want to do at a certain time. Let's say 100, you can schedule it out. But yeah, so it's really, really powerful, the ability that you have here. And it's going to be revolutionary for sales teams, outbound sales teams, anybody that has any sort of outbound. And honestly, setters and outbound sales teams are really starting to take over. A lot of people, a lot of businesses are starting to use them because it's a very reliable way of getting new clients for services. So all that to be said, whether you are using something like this now, whether you need something like this now, or you need it in the future, this is going to be a game changer for you as you grow any of those services. Okay. So that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. Let me see if there's any questions in here. Okay. Next up is workflows. So we were talking earlier about how other CRM companies will charge you, like let's say you're in the premium account, but then they charge you for usage. We're going to talk about that again here in a moment. With the business plan, which is a tier, which is one of our tiers up, one of our higher tiered services, excuse me, you're able to create workflows and automations. So to do that, to create this automation, you go to create, and then you choose whatever it is. So I'm going to create a workflow around my contacts, and you just start building it. You do start, you choose whatever your events are. And so what you're going to notice here is that there's a lot of different actions you can take. You've got AI, you've got affiliates, you got all of these things, you got sheets, you got custom webhooks. These are all things that you don't have to pay extra to use. There's a lot of them. Other CRMs are starting to get a little bit more robust with, like, for example, I know that Go High Level has Google Sheets now, but you have to pay extra per time that it fires. So, like, for example, I have one of the higher tiered accounts. If I wanted to use this feature, I would have to, of course, still pay my account fee, but then also have to pay extra every single time I use the feature. So that's just something very, very interesting as well. But you can, it's very, like, you can do all kinds of things. You can build in some logic, so that way you can make the workflow smart and fire sometimes under certain conditions. You can set it up to connect to your social media, right? So it can do different things in your social media. It can affect different groups. You can have it target certain groups. You can have it use and leverage certain tools. So it's just a really, really powerful and robust system that when you set it up and when you set up a workflow, you're going to be able to eliminate a lot of the extra tedious work in your business and just make sure everything is seamlessly operating within your CRM system. Okay. And then the final thing I want to show you guys is going to be your e-commerce hub, your e-commerce suite. So this feature is pretty nifty. Basically, you can bring all of your entire e-commerce store in here. Now, currently, it does not replace, I want to be very clear, it does not like replace your Shopify or your WooCommerce. Eventually, we might build it out to be more robust. But what you can do with it right now, which is very helpful, is you can essentially let this act as your storefront. Like, you can have your products in here, you can make coupons, you can have invoicing, you can set up payments, subscriptions, do all of your transactions, all of that stuff. You can do it in here, and you'll be able to track it all with these smart analytics, so that way you can see at a glance how things are going. So this is another thing that you will get access to if you are in our business plan. Now, I will say this, it's important to know that the business plan, we were running a special around it up till 10 days ago, where you could get in on it for only $269 per month. That was a lifetime deal that we had. It's supposed to be $699 per month. And that's what it's going to be. But the $269 already expired. So if you haven't upgraded, sorry guys, you kind of lost out on your opportunity. But if you do want to upgrade to this new the business suite, like what we're talking about right here, you still can for a discount. It's $299 right now. Marcus, can you tell me how much longer the $299 offer is going to be in effect before that one expires next?
Yeah, till August 21st.
August 21st. So you got 11 more days. And then what does it go to next, Marcus?
$699.
Full price. So $299 versus $699. So if y'all want to get in on the $299 offer, y'all need to make sure that you are doing this ASAP, because after that it goes to $299 and there will be no more discounts. The whole reason we are doing this to begin with is because a lot of our clients are AppSumo They came to us with, they started with us, they got their lifetime deal. We upgraded them to a very robust program. So you still get the starter pack, but we wanted to make sure we offered you guys the top version, if you'd like, at a discounted rate of the $299 per month. Again, on August 31st, so in 11 days, it goes up to the full price of $699, and this offer will no longer be available. So I strongly, strongly urge you guys to do this, because I want you to think of it in terms of, like, if we're just thinking about the AI, you could literally put AI in your business in a very well-rounded approach that can eliminate a lot of extra work for you for only $299 a month. $299 a month, and you pretty much have an AI employee in your business. And the AI is going to continue to evolve, right? It's how it is now is not how it's going to continue to be. The AI is going to continue to evolve and get better and better and better, especially as we release the SMS-iT AI. So if you get in on it now and leverage the $299 offer that we have available to you, you're going to be able to save yourself a lot of time, money, and energy down the line, while everybody else is having to pay $699 to still have access to this. So I hope that makes sense. I want to open the floor up to some questions. Usually around this time we do some Q&A, and Marcus and Henry will kind of hang out with us and do some of that Q&A. So yeah, Marcus said, were there any questions in the chat you wanted to start addressing?
Yeah. Does anyone know how to have an 800 number on SMS-iT?
So you could do local or toll free. Let me pull this up. So when you go over to your account, let me go home. So when you set it up, you do your phone number. Whatever your gateway was, you just choose whatever your gateway was. And then where it says local, you could also choose toll free. And then 800. Let's see what happens. So it doesn't pull up that way. Hey, Henry, is there certain gateways that allow for you to have the 800 versus others? No.
So what happens is, if you have, if that gateway has an 800 number, it's going to show you. If it does not have an 800 number, you wouldn't be able to find it. So the reason why I said unauthorized is because that gateway is not connected yet. So I'm sure right here going connected to bandwidth and Twilio, right? That's what we got connected right now in our SMS gateway. So you want to try that out, right? You want to try the 800. It doesn't work. You can try 888.
There it is. So yeah,
So
it says that there's not a number found.
You got a lot. You can try 888. You can try 883.
Let's try that again. So you got to do 888 first.
Just try. Yeah, you can do 888. You can do 800. You got a lot of different
toll-free
numbers. So you can go backwards. You can try 800 right there.
It was on Twilio. Let me go to Twilio.
See if Twilio has it. If Twilio has it, you're gonna find it. So that means Twilio does not have it. That's what that means. Okay. So you only get what this individuals have. Okay, what this gateways have. If they don't have it, you wouldn't be able to find it here. All right. And I can tell you that if you go over to Twilio and you search right now, you wouldn't find an 800 number there. But a toll free is not just 800, right? It's also 833, it's 866, and several other numbers. And we actually have that right there on that model that tells you that you can grab other toll free numbers, okay?
That was a very good question. Yeah. So then in that case, like if y'all want to get that, just know whenever, like we were showing when it said like unauthorized, it was because that gateway wasn't connected. As long as your gateway is connected and you're searching for it, try to search it. It's sort of like with Twilio and with really any other gateway provider, they have they basically buy phone numbers, right? That they have the phone numbers. And if they have a phone number available that has whatever that area code is, they'll let you know. And it's like a first come, first serve basis. And then when a phone number frees up down the road, they might get it back and you can use it. So you can check back periodically to see, is there a phone number available that starts with 800 down the road? But for now, it looks like there's not.
Yeah, that's a perfect answer to that question.
Very cool.
Okay,
right.
but folks should know that toll-free numbers are not just 800 numbers, right? You got toll-free numbers that are 833, 866, and 867, and several other numbers. Okay, so you probably would want to expand your horizon when it comes to trying to get toll-free number.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. What other questions?
Is MMS already working? I just made a test run, but I only got the text, not the photo.
So are you talking about MMS for SIM cards or MMS for gateways?
Alex, which one? You can take yourself off mute if you want to talk. It's easier. For SIM cards, he said.
For SIM cards, well, when we launched it about a couple of days ago, we told y'all that it was for SMS. So once the MMS is available, we're gonna tell y'all, okay? And then when the voice is available, we're gonna tell y'all too.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool. He said, okay, great, thanks.
Awesome.
Food for thought. Apps and links love LTDs because we don't have monthly fees or subscriptions. Consider creating a reasonably annual charge. Also, possibly a way to charge quarterly, or like Amazon Prime, have a creative way to pause, cancel, skip without losing your starter. Obviously, this would require some thought, just a thought. I do appreciate the starter at least having the feature of what we have in V1. That was seriously important. Thanks for these updates.
All right, next question.
That's it. No more questions so far. Now's the time to get it out, folks. Right away. Right away. No pun. Yeah, right away. Right now. That's what I meant to do.
All right. Well, guys, if y'all don't have questions, we've got things to do. I want to make sure I impress upon you this, like it sucks that y'all can't get the 269 offer. It's gone. But we are very serious. Like these offers, when we're saying them, like, hey, we want you to have this. When they're gone though. So 299 is our offer right now. But after the 21st, that offer will no longer be on the table. And we're going to be sending this out to everybody. This community is about to explode. I don't think, in case y'all like don't really know our plan, we are going fully live with this product on the 21st to the whole world. And this community is about to explode. Right now, we are like the best kept secret of the CRM world, but that is not how it's going to stay. We are going to explode. People all around the world are going to be using this, even more so than already. Right now, we're already at 14,000 users or so. We're about to have close to 1 million within the next few months. So this community is about to explode. This is literally going to be your last chance to get in on this opportunity for this deal. Because once it's gone, it is gone. Henry has done his best to make sure that everybody here, especially the AppSumos who whenever he first launched this, he wanted to make sure he took care of, which is why y'all got even more than what y'all bargained for with SMS-iT whenever y'all first signed up. It was just some decentralized gateway that could do texting. And now it's a full-blown CRM with insane features, including like funnel building and social planners and, text, voice, smart inbox, social media. It's all there. And he's done a great job trying to make sure he took care of you guys. And he's trying to make sure he takes care of you through this process as well. But it really is like we are down to the wire, and once it's gone, it's gone. So I want to make sure you guys understand that. I'm so excited that y'all are able to be on the ground floor and be with us through this before, we start to get as big as we are intending to get. And yeah, if y'all need help signing up, if you want to get in on this before it's gone, you have to reach out and let us, okay? Let Marcus know. Marcus is definitely the guy that you want to talk to about this if you need help getting your account upgraded. But that's what I got. Otherwise, guys, if y'all don't have anything else, if there's no other questions, feel free to leave, and we will talk to you guys later.
Yep. It's a pleasure as always. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one. Bye.